Good morning. Thanks for coming today. Happy Monday. So, today we're going to focus on bringing ease and fluidity to our joints. So, let's start with your feet about hip width apart and close your eyes and just drop your awareness down into your feet. As you do that, sort of notice the sort of joints of your toes and invite them to just invite your toes to relax, invite your heels to sink into the earth, shifting your weight just a little bit to your heels, dropping your tailbone down, softening your chest. And then, as if a white thread of light is pulling the crown of your head up to the heavens, and then putting one hand over the other in your lower belly. Take a slow, deep breath into your hands. A slow breath out. And a slow breath in as your belly moves away from your spine. And a breath out as your belly goes towards your spine. And take a moment to turn your attention inward. Just see what you notice this morning. Now turn your attention to sort of your favorite joints, whatever joints you're thinking about right now. Invite ease and spaciousness into those joints. And then opening your eyes, we'll start with two hands. Hold up the heavens. So with your hands, palms facing the sky, inhale as you float your hands up. And as you get to about your forehead, interlace your fingers. And then exhale down. So inhale, float up. And exhale, float down and keep backing up. So inhale, float up. And exhale down. And this time, as you float up, if it feels right, stand up on your toes. And exhale down, starting to warm up those joints in our toes. And exhale down. Let's do one more. And then floating your right hand up, I'll do your mirror image. So take a breath in. And on your exhale, lengthen on your left side as if your left fingertips are being pulled down to the earth and your right fingertips are being pulled up to the heavens. With each exhale, see if we can sort of lengthen. Then inhale and switch. And exhale. Sort of opening up starting to warm up our shoulder joints. Inhale and then exhale. Another inhale. So at your own pace, so with the inhale, float up and exhale. Sort of inviting ease in your shoulder joints. Ease a little bit in the muscles in your, not the muscles, the vertebrae in your spine. Let's do one more to each side. And then with your knees a little bent, lift up your elbows. And then as you inhale, open up your front of your spine. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, around your back. And then inhale, opening up the front of your spine. And then exhale, putting your attention to the sort of back of your spine. At your own pace, as you inhale, open up. And as you exhale, close. Sort of invite that fluidity and ease in the spaces between all your vertebrae, from your tailbone all the way up to right below your cranium. Let's do one more. So inhale, and then exhale. And then just turning from your hips and your waist as you sort of invite your hips, say good morning to your hips. Let your arms be really heavy. And then knocking your arms on your lower belly, your lower back. We do this probably every practice. This morning, the one name for this practice is constant bear. And so see how that helps us sort of invite ease and fluidity into our joints. So as a bear, feel your sort of heavy legs rooted into the earth. And then that your arms are sort of loose, relaxed. Moving from your hips and your waist, sort of opening up, waking up your hips, shoulders, maybe your wrists a little bit. Gosh, everything. Knees. And then knocking right under our collarbone, giving our lungs and our immune system some love. And then up and over to our traps, knocking out tension and tightness. Not forgetting to breathe. And then dropping down, moving with sort of some suppleness, letting our joints sort of soak up hydration. And dropping down. And then taking a big breath in, drop into water waves. Just letting your arms just glide through the air. And then slow it down. Turn your attention inward to those joints that you were paying attention to at the beginning. And just see what you notice. And then taking a breath in, you're going to exhale as you bring your chin out and inhale up. So I'll give you a side view. So exhale, glide your hips back, and then roll up. So you might find that this invites your joints of your lower back and your neck in a different way than we just did. So with your breath, exhale, and then inhale. Exhale as you glide your hips back. Inhale, just inviting those joints to move freely. Right, sort of spaciousness between your joints. And then slow it down. And then we'll do Wise Owl. Wise Owl turns its head to eliminate fatigue, but often when I do this, my focus is sort of stretching my neck. This time, let's have our focus be sort of having our neck muscles move with ease. So these are our arms, are our owl wings. Have a bend in our knees as you inhale, and as you exhale, stand taller as you look over your right shoulder. And then inhale to center, and then at your own pace, as you look over your shoulder, put your awareness on the vertebrae of your neck, and just kind of move with softness and smoothness. No sort of effortless effort. So inhale to center and exhale. As you exhale, moving your neck with ease. And then slow it down. And then lift your right ear up to the heavens. And then slowly drop your chin to your chest. And then inhale your left ear up to the heavens. So what we'll do is just forward little neck rolls. But again, put your awareness in your vertebrae and invite those vertebrae to sort of make space between those vertebrae. And no effortless effort. We're not sort of worried about how how far your chin could go down, and just wake up those vertebrae. And then slow it down. And then taking your grasp, interlacing your fingers. Let's do some wrist circles. Opening up the space between our wrist joints and our fingers. And then maybe what happens when we now include our shoulders and our hips and our knees. Well, let's go back the other way. And slow it down. So let's try some hip circles. And again, sort of feel like a broken record, so I won't say that again. So circling your hips. Let's go the other way. Notice as your hips are circling, you got your ankles, actually probably those joints in your toes again, and your shoulders. So we're gonna get a little fancy here. So this time, push up your left hip and around, and then your right hip. So basically, doing either an infinity sign or a figure eight. And see, again, it's curiosity. I look at me, I'm like, whoa, that looks kind of funky. So let's try it. So now, relaxing your arms, just kind of play with it. And let's just see how those figure eights feel in your hips. And then slow it down. And put your awareness in your lower back, the vertebrae of your lower back. And then you sort of deep in your hip sockets. And see what you notice. So then, imagining that you've got these two very friendly, loving tigers next to you. Put your hands on their head of these loving tigers. You're going to shift your weight over to your right foot as the tigers are going to give you balance. I'll back up so you can see. And do little circles with your ankles. And then go back the other way. And now shift your weight to the other leg. Finding your balance on those, getting support from those tigers. And let's just do little circles. Here we go. Look at that. There it is. With your foot, your ankle. As you're doing it, maybe notice those toe joints again. And back the other way. So now ready for, we're going to ramp it up a little. So shifting your weight over to your right leg. You're going to do ankle circles, but this time throw in your knee. So you're doing your ankles and your knee. And then if it's feeling good, see what happens when you throw your hip in there too. Relying on those tiger heads and of course stepping down whenever, putting your toe down if that helps. Let's go the other way, this time using your hips, your knees, your ankles. And now let's drop out just our knee and our ankles. Now just our ankles. Put both feet on the floor. And put your awareness in the joints on your left side. And compare them to the joints on your right side. And see what you notice. All right, let's do the other side. So shifting your weight, I'll do your mirror image to your left leg. Just circle your foot and your knee. And then when you feel ready, do it all at once. So you've got your ankles and your knees and your hips. And explore how big a circle feels right for you. And let's go back the other way. So Now, just your choice, of course, everything's your choice. But I'm going to try just my knees and my ankles, and then just my ankles. Slow it down and just turn your attention inward. So, no class looking at fluidity of the joints, I think, can go on without serving tea. So, in this movement, you're going to hold your palm up to the heavens and imagining that you have a teacup. And the teacup is full of precious chi. And so, your intention is to keep that teacup facing up toward the heavens so you don't spill any tea, but it's just your intention. So, I'll turn my back to you. I think it'll be easier to see. Yeah. So, holding your right teacup out, we're going to go back to those hip circles. And as your hip goes to the left, so does your teacup. And as your hips circle to the back, you bring your teacup along and off we go. And then bringing your teacup in front of your face and around. So, leading this movement with your hip circles, relaxing your arms, and moving with sort of softness. So, as your hips go left, hips go back, your teacup is following. And again, sort of explore how big of a circle feels right in your body. And slow it down. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to go in reverse. So, holding your teacup with the palms facing the heavens, as you glide your hips back, your teacup's going to go in front of you. And as you glide your hips to the left, your teacup's going to go to the right. As your hips go in front, your teacup goes behind you. And as your teacup goes to the, your hips go to the right and your teacups go to the left. So basically, you're doing two circles the same direction. Actually, it's just best not to really think about it. Just see what happens. And leading the movement from your hip circles, enjoying how all the major joints of your body sort of encourage ease and fluidity. And slow down and check in with your right side. Check in with all those joints and see what you notice. And then check in to your left side. See if there's a difference, and let's even it out. So, with your left hand holding your teacup, your hand on your other hand on your hip, move your hip circle over to the right as your teacup comes towards you, out to the back, and your teacup follows. So, leading the circle. So, as your hips come forward, your arms go over and around your head. So, enjoying how your ankles, your knees, your hips, everything, all your major joints. And slow it down. And now we'll do it in reverse. So, teacup in front of you. And as you glide your hips back, your teacup's going to go forward in front of you. As your hips go to the right, your hips teacup goes to the left, up and over your head. As you do your hip circles and your teacup, relax your arm. See if you can move with kind of ease. And then I first learned this from physical therapist in Ithaca, and his big mantra was motion is lotion. So enjoying the motion and enjoying the lotion that it's bringing to all of your major joints. And then slow it down, and then we'll go in reverse. Did we go in reverse already? I don't think so. Glide your hips back as your teacup goes forward. And as your teacup goes to the left, your hips go to the right. And off we go. So basically your teacup is sort of following your hips. So your hips lead, and then, but again, it's best not to think about it. Just enjoy the movement, kind of with curiosity and humor, and slow it down. And then turning your attention inward. Let's see what you notice. And then inhale, float your arms up, and exhale, float them down. Inhale, float your arms up, and exhale, float them down. Kind of like strings are just holding up your wrists and soften your elbows. So a great opportunity to now revisit all those joints that we've been kind of playing with, allowing them to move with softness. So as you inhale, shift your weight just a little bit to your heels. And as you exhale, shift a little bit to your toes. Noticing the ease of movement in your fingers and your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders. Invite ease in your hips, and your knees, and your ankles. Inhale, float up, and exhale, float down. As you're doing this, imagine that you're sort of moving in water. That sort of softness, fluidity. The next time you do it, just float up your right arm. I'll do your mirror image. And exhale down. And as you do it, just put your awareness in the joints of your right side. Now we'll switch arms, floating up with your left arm. Inhale, float up. Exhale, float down. Putting your awareness into your joints of your left side. Now let's alternate. So inhale, float up your right. And inhale, float up your left. And this time, as you inhale, you're going to float your arm up and around, back up and down. And we'll switch sides. So floating your left arm up, scooping down a little, and down. And we're shifting into Kuan Yin, paints a rainbow. Inhale, float up. Exhale, sink just a little more and down. So as you float your arms up, picture painting sort of a rainbow of light all around your right side, and now all around your left side, bathing all of your joints in that healing light of that rainbow. Let's slow it down a little more. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, float up. And as you do, Kuan Yin paints a rainbow. You're using all of your joints, and invite all of them to just Move with ease. Inhale, float up. So inhale as you float up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, float up. And exhale, float down. Breathing in and out. And we'll do one more. And slow it down. And turn your attention inwards to the spaces in between your joints. Let's see what you notice. And then checking your stance. So you should be helpful to have your feet about hip width apart. We'll end with Kuan Yin's closing. So put your awareness in the palm of your hands. And you're going to float your hands up. And with your awareness in the palm of your hands, as if you're pulling healing energy from the earth. And then you're going to rotate your palms. So now they're facing the heavens. Now with your awareness in your palms still, connect to the energy of the heavens, whatever that means for you. The heavens is very young and expansive and inspirational. Gathering both that energy of the earth and energy of the heavens. You're going to shower of chi as you hover your palms just an inch or two in front of your body. So putting that together, you're going to glide your hips back as you float your arms up and stand taller. Glide your hips back as you float your arms up, and then glide your hands down. So with our breath, inhale, exhale, stand taller. Inhale, float up, and exhale, glide. So inhale, connect to that energy of the earth, and stand taller. And then inhale as you connect to the energy of the heavens. And then gliding that energy right through our Wei Qi, our protective energy field. So inhale, exhale, stand taller. Inhale, gather. Connect to that energy of the earth, that yin nurturing energy. Exhale, stand taller. Inhale, now connect to that energy of the heavens, bringing that energy of the heavens and the earth, showering it. Let's do one more. And then standing with your feet close together, one hand over the other in your lower belly, closing your eyes, sinking your awareness into your feet, into those joints of your toes, and joints all through your feet and your ankles, and inviting your feet to just sink into the earth. And then inviting your ankles to relax. Allowing your body to move just a little micro movements, kind of like your seaweed in the ocean. And putting your attention in your joints, maybe those same joints you chose in the beginning of class. Inviting that sort of spaciousness surrounding their joints and that sort of fluidity. And take a slow, deep breath into your lower belly. And a slow breath out. And a slow, deep breath in. And a slow breath out. And thank you for starting your day with Qigong. May you have a wonderful week.